It's 7 o'clock. I'm going to call the Crystal Council meeting to order at this time. Go ahead.
Councilmember Wojciechowski.
Here.
Councilmember Deschler.
Here.
Councilmember Kaiser.
Here.
Councilmember LaRoche.
Here.
Councilmember Parsons.
Here.
Mayor Adams.
Here.
And Councilmember Banks.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, thank you. Well, good night, everyone. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have Bradley Borkovic here to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, so let's rise for that moment.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Bradley, don't go away. We want to talk to you. You think you're going to get off that easy, but just a couple questions for you. You have a pack you belong to, correct?
Yes, I am part of Troop 542.
Okay, and where are they out of?
Prince of Peace in Brooklyn Park.
Okay, very good. And how many did you say?
About 24 to 30 scouts.
Wow. That's great. Oh, that's incredible.
How long have you been involved with scouting?
I've been involved since 5th grade, from Cub Scouts all the way until now in Boy Scouts.
Okay. So Eagle Scouts is coming?
Yes, Eagle Scout, I am working for it right now.
Okay. Oh, wow. And that'll be this year when you become an Eagle Scout, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Nancy?
I have a question. I have neighbors. Do you know the McHenrys?
Yes, I do.
All three of their boys are Eagle Scouts, so I'm excited for you. Do you have a special project in mind? Have you noodled anything yet? Or
Not right now.
Yeah, plenty of time for that.
Still discerning.
Congrats.
Yeah. Very cool. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you for coming in, and I will talk to you after the meeting.
Yeah.
All right. We have an agenda in front of us. I am looking for a motion on that agenda. Nancy?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
All right. Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Thanks, Therese. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. First, we have our consent agenda, and I'll read that into the record at this time. Approval of the minutes from the following meetings: the City Council work session from September 12, 2019, and the council meeting from September 17, 2019, as well as a work session from that same day. And then approval of the list of license applications submitted by our city clerk to the City Council. That list is on file in her office. And that is our long list for the consent agenda. Looking for a motion on that. Olga?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you. Julie?
I'll second.
Thank you. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All right. Is there anybody here wishing to speak during open forum? Open forum is a time where we invite citizens to come in and say what they want to say. It just gives them about a 3-minute snippet to make comments directly to the council. And if there's a group of people, we kind of block it off to about 10 minutes. So that's always available to anybody in our city. All right. We will pass by open forum since nobody is here to speak and move on to our regular agenda. Our regular agenda, we always start with disbursements, $25,000 or greater, and read those into the record. It gives us an opportunity to take a look at what some of our biggest expenditures are and make sure that the council has time for questions on each of these. First item that we'll read into the record is LOGIS, which is computer services for application support, network services for September of $35,545. Midway Ford for replacement of vehicles number 27 and 57 for community development, $36,800. Is that NUS or NUS? Anybody know? I have no idea. Okay, we're going to go with NUS, truck and equipment, replacement for truck 315, $124,309. Waste management for August recycling costs, $51,648. West Metro Fire Rescue District, September contributions, $100,522. Met Council Environmental Services for wastewater services for October is $130,159. St. Croix Recreational Playground, Becker Park, for the Becker Park Stage Shelter, $54,939. Center for Energy and Environment for Home Improvement Costs program, it's $27,409. Kevitt Excavating to install water and sewer services for the Iron Horse lots, $26,500. Minnesota Para for the employee city required contributions for pay date 9/20/2019 for $58,736. Total disbursements greater than $25,000 is $645,570.69. Does the council have any questions on any of these items? Seeing none, looking for a motion. Go ahead, Brendan.
Make a motion to approve the disbursements over 25,000.
All right, thanks. Looking for a second. Go ahead, John.
So moved.
All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Next, we have our city planner, Dan Olson, here to talk to us about some construction lots. I'll let him take it away. Welcome, Dan.
Yes, thank you. Good evening. I have one PowerPoint for both items 5.2 and 5.3, so it's one combined into one presentation. The first 5.2 is to cancel the purchase agreement with Acacia Construction for the lots that you see on the screen. And then 5.3 is to approve the sale of those same properties to Nalico construction contractors for them to build new homes. First, just site context. These are the three lots here in the middle of the screen. They're formerly part of Iron Horse Park, and they were subdivided here last spring. You may remember that last July you held a public hearing, and then you approved the sale of the three lots to Acacia Construction. And at that time, the city received $2,000 in earnest money for each lot. We were getting ready to close with them, which had to be done by the 14th of September, but then a few days before that happened, they notified us and said they were no longer able to purchase those lots. And so we worked with their project construction manager, Dan Brown, and he really wanted to still build the home, so he found a new builder. And that's Nalico, and I'll talk about that here in the next screen in a little bit. But Nalico is proposing to purchase these same lots under the same terms with the same house plans as Acacia was going to do. Normally in situations where the builder has canceled, like Acacia did, we keep the earnest money because of the expenses we've incurred and just holding on to the lots for a couple months. However, in this case, we are recommending that Acacia be refunded the money, the $6,000 in earnest money, if Nalico closes on the properties here in the next couple weeks, so by the October 16th. If Nalico does not close by that time, then the city would retain Acacia's earnest money, and the RFP process would need to start over again and could be delayed until next year. So that's the first item, 5.2, is canceling the purchase agreement with Acacia. And the next item is the 5.3, which would be selling these lots to Nalico. As I said, Dan Brown referred this builder to us. They are going to be building the same homes that Acacia was going to be building, which are the 2-story with 3-car garages. And then I could get into a little more if you want to be me to refresh your memory about what they were doing, but I don't have to. The city attorney has advised that a new public hearing is not required for the sale of lots to Nalico because under the same terms, lot sale terms, house plans are unchanged, so we don't need to do that. These next few slides are just showing basically what Acacia had approved, and now Nalico is going to be building. So this is the layout of the 3 lots. This is all in your packet. These are the typical homes that Nalico would be building. So tonight you're being asked to do 2 actions. First, to approve the cancellation agreements with Acacia, and then secondly, to adopt a resolution authorizing the sale of the 3 lots to Nalico. Just as an FYI, this is the anticipated schedule. As I said, October 16th they would close. Nalico would close on the lots and then construct probably 1 home this year. That would be done by the early next year, and then by a year from now, all 3 homes would be done. So I'm available for questions if you have any.
Go ahead, Nancy.
Just a quick question, just for clarification, the sale price for each lot will be the same
Yes, the
Okay.
amount of money, it's $205,000 for all 3.
for all 3? Thank you.
Go ahead, Julie.
And have you have any experience with this construction company? I mean, have you vetted them out for?
Yeah.
It looks like in their proposal, they don't show any completed houses, but they've got a couple that they're in the process of doing now.
Right, we've had several conversations with them. They're a licensed builder. This Dan Brown, who was working with Acacia, he's known them for,
Okay.
he's been working with them for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
We feel pretty good about them
Okay.
being able to do it.
I mean, the blueprints look nice, I just want to make sure a good product goes in, I guess.
Yes, yeah, we were concerned about that too, so we've never worked with them before, so.
Okay.
Go ahead, Therese.
You went through the slides pretty fast. Are all 3 houses going to have look the same?
Pretty much, this is,
So from the front, they'll look like the 3 houses, or the same house in triplicate?
right.
Okay.
There's some minor differences inside the home with layouts of the floor plans, but they all basically look like this, 2 stories with a 3-car garage.
Will they at least be different colors or something?
That I don't know.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
hope so.
Different
I
colors.
do too.
Yeah, one house is really pretty, the second one isn't nearly as so, and the third one in a
Isn't.
row is,
Rubber stamp.
yeah, downright ugly, but, wait, maybe I'm a little too vocal here.
We do know how you feel. Very good.
It's just nice to have some diversity of architecture.
Yes, I
It
totally
makes
agree with you,
More
yes.
interesting neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, anything else? All right, looking for a motion on 5.2. Go ahead, John.
I make a motion to approve the cancellation of purchase and development agreement with Acacia Construction for the lots 5160, 5168, and 5176 Louisiana North.
All right, Nancy,
I'll second.
thank you. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. All right, let's move right into 5.3 unless there's additional questions. Let's check that first. Seeing none, let's go to 5.3. John, go ahead.
Just to kick that one off. Make a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the sale of 5160, 5168, 5176 Louisiana Avenue North for new home construction to, is it Nalico Construction?
Yes.
All right, looking for a second.
I'll
Nancy?
second.
Thank you. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. All right. So this is, I didn't announce it, but it's an all Dan Olson night.
It is, yes.
This is incredible. This is
Yeah.
every agenda item.
Except for the $25,000. I had nothing to do with that.
Well, okay. That's more routine.
Yes, tonight is I think it's a landmark tonight for the city. It's we're asking you to adopt the 2040 comprehensive plan, which we've been working on the last year and a half. So you may remember last December, the city council reviewed the final draft of the plan, and then you authorized the staff to send that to the Metropolitan Council for their review, which they have been doing over the last several months. They have asked us to do some revisions, which I'll get to here in a minute. On September 25th, so last week, the Met Council, this is how they phrase it, they authorized the city to place its plan into effect. So that's what they have done on the 25th. And now the next action, the final action, is for you to actually formally adopt the plan so that it can go into effect. These are the changes since December of 18 when you last looked at this. In Chapter E, which is the land use chapter, we added a mixed-use land use category for the city's main commercial area. And this is the boundary area for the 2 new town center zoning districts that you adopted last month. We also added a description of 5 policy proposals from the Bass Lake Road LRT station area plan that you reviewed in 2016. Chapter F, which is the housing chapter, we just went into a little more descriptive detail about several tools that could be used to meet the city's future housing needs. And then Chapter I, which is non-motorized transportation, we added some more detail about the city's 2 regional trails. And then lastly, in Chapter M, which is water resources, we added forecasts for sanitary sewer flow, information about the lift stations that we have in the city, and then just different methods to prevent and reduce excess stormwater from infiltrating into the sanitary sewer system. This is often known as I&I, or infiltration and inflow. You might have heard that term before, so that's what that is. So tonight you're being asked to adopt a resolution to adopt the 2040 comprehensive plan. Just a side note, the 2040 plan has been completed in a manner consistent with the city's objectives of efficiency and plain language, and it contains about half as many pages as the 2030 plan, which also was very much smaller than the previous plan, which I think was probably 2020. So it's getting smaller every decade. And this one's the smallest one we've had, so.
All right. Any
Short and
questions?
sweet.
Is that it? Are you done? Okay. Questions for him? Go ahead, Nancy.
I just gave it a once-over review, and great job again, but just a couple of questions for you. In the motorized, or Chapter I, non-motorized transportation, on page 41, they had a section on non-motorized transportation implementation items, and one of them was consider options for improving safety at the marked pedestrian crosswalk on Douglas at Fairview near the Crystal Community Center and Pool, which is great. However, I did a walking audit with some people with staff and Hennepin County, and one area of big concern was Douglas and Broadway, by the Hanson Court Apartments. And
Yes.
is there any chance I could get on there at this late stage, or is that something we can just pursue with Hennepin County without this plan?
Right. I think we could definitely pursue it without, being specifically noted in here.
Okay.
I know that's been a really sort of problematic intersection in completing a trail connection from the community center to Becker Park. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the one sort of tight spot that people aren't really sure what to do with it. I know we've worked with John Elholm on that, and as you said, the walk audit was done, I think last year maybe?
Year and a half or so?
Yeah. So I think there's still ongoing discussion about how to handle that particular intersection and get a trail that would go from those 2 places. So.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you.
But that's the goal.
Perfect. And my last comment is on Chapter J for public transit, mainly just a question or a point of clarification. I saw on KSDP News a couple weeks ago that BNSF Railway, this is regarding the Blue Line,
Yep.
that BNSF right now, as of now, is not even talking with Met Council or the developers for the Blue Line. If this doesn't go through, is there any language needed? Right now it just says proposed or potential extension. And I just wondered, if something does fall through and it doesn't go through, do we have a plan B, such as bus rapid transit or another form of public transportation down that corridor?
Right. There is no plan B at this point. I think that Metro Transit has told us that they've said that there's no plan B yet. They're not giving up, is what the latest thing that I've read. I've read the same things you've read.
Okay. Yeah.
But as far as our comprehensive plan, it doesn't really need to be updated. It's just the comprehensive plan is sort of a snapshot in time, and so this will be sort of a snapshot in 2019 and what's going on, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. So as you said, the light rail line is always described as proposed or planned or that type of language. So we don't need to change our comprehensive plan if it doesn't come about.
Okay.
And
Just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
our next revision is how many years out?
It's 10 years. It's every
10
10 years. So it's 2018 is when it would be due.
So, okay, so we'll be in a different world then?
Right.
Completely different world technically.
By then, yeah.
So,
We should know by then, hopefully, that real
we should know if it's going to go, right. But who knows? You never know. These things oftentimes take decades.
The southwest line took, I think, I've heard 15 years that they were kind of working on that.
Right.
Or decades more, I should say. Yeah. All right. Any other questions?
Can I just make a comment? I'd just like to publicly thank Dan for all his work in getting this done, and with a minimum of tears.
Yeah, it was
By
really,
staff, by Met Council, everyone. So
Right.
it was great,
Yeah,
and the
thank
planning
you.
commission.
And
of
also for
course.
condensing it more. That's
Right.
awesome.
Right.
I definitely had a lot of help. Mark Ray gave a lot of input on a lot of the chapters. Dave Fritzke did a lot of the mapping. Mike Peterson helped just make it look nice. So there's a lot of help.
If I recall, the 10 years ago when this happened, it was painful. So
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I'm just grateful that we didn't have that experience.
Right.
All right.
Why, me too.
Last chance for questions. Seeing none, looking for a motion. Olga?
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution for the 2040 comprehensive plan.
All right, thank you. Looking for a second. John?
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. That is our agenda. We're going to let Dan go home now.
Yeah.
Not quite, but
Thank you.
thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your meeting.
Next, we have a few announcements. Our Community and Police Forum will be held Saturday, October 5th at 10 a.m. at Crystal Community Center. The Crystal Council will hold a work session on Thursday, October 10th, 6:30 p.m. in the conference room at City Hall. The next citizens' input time is Tuesday, October 15th at 6 p.m. in the conference room at City Hall. The next City Council meeting is Tuesday, October 15th, 7 p.m. here at City Hall. The Crystal Business Association will be October 16th, 8:30 a.m. in the community room. Local organizations are invited to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Anytime, just feel free to contact the city and we will arrange that. The Crystal Council meetings and work sessions are open to the public. You're welcome to attend. Current and previous meetings are available for viewing and listening on our website at www.crystalmn.gov. Do we have any other announcements?
I
Nancy?
have a question while Bradley's here from the Scout Troop 542. Do you have a stake fundraiser? I can't remember. I thought it was about this time of year. Is there one scheduled, do you know?
We do have steak fries.
Yeah. You have a steak fry, but I can't remember. I thought it was in October.
They're popcorn and,
No,
yeah. I
Popcorn's
saw
already
popcorn
on
at Fleet
sale.
Farm the other day. Boy Scouts selling popcorn.
So popcorn is being sold, and there might be a steak fry
might be a
at the
steak
VFW
fry. I just thought I'd give you a
sometime this year?
plug if you knew the
No,
dates.
no. Okay.
And then just one other thing, people as they're driving by this month, our city hall, are noticing the lights are purple. The building is lit up purple, and I just wondered if Chief Revering might be able to tell us why.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Mayor and
I'd like to
members of
have
the
some
council.
Conversation on that.
Well, good. Well, good. Well, thanks to Ms. Norris and I cannot remember her name. It'll come to me someday, but not today. She contacted Ann and myself, and she's affiliated with Domestic Abuse Awareness, and October is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month. And so she asked us, along with our residents, to put purple lights on our building and our residents to put purple lights outside of their home to honor our domestic assault victims. And so also I'll plug our Crime Prevention Board that will be having their seminar for domestic abuse assault investigations at our outreach office on October 24th at 6:30 p.m., where we will have a domestic assault advocate there to assist anyone who has questions.
Great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So who installed the lights? We did?
We hired someone.
We hired someone?
We
Are
hired
they
them.
on loan?
Yes.
They are on
They're
loan.
just for the month of October.
Okay.
You can't just put purple light bulbs in.
We looked at that. This made way more
Okay.
sense.
I don't,
So, you know.
I like this, pretty.
It is.
That's exactly what I've been hearing. People are saying, it looks really nice, and it really highlights, the council area. You can drive by and say, oh, there's the council chambers.
Yeah.
And it's easy to pick that out when it's highlighted like that, so. I think it's pretty. I'd love to see us keep them.
Yeah, I'm glad we got the email because at first I thought, oh, I must be doing something for the Vikings. It was my first. I don't know.
Well-
I mean,
The mayor was
Prince.
crabby about
Mayor's
that.
on board
They
with that.
lost.
yeah.
So I already got calls about that, people saying that it was for the Vikings, and I said, well, I can get it changed green.
yeah, I know, right?
It's just not going to be this month. So,
No, that's a really nice tribute too.
all right.
Way to
Well,
recognize.
thank you, Chief.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right. Anything else? That's all for announcements. Looking for a motion for Nancy.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Looking for a second. John?
Second that motion.
All members who want to leave, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All right. We are adjourned. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Nice.